Guys, this is what if Deku had key. As you can see, part one. I'm sorry, Zero. I got my everything is gone, bro. The electricity gone. I need something to do, so I'm gonna do what if Deku had key. So we start off with the bird. We start off with Deku being told, "You can't. You don't have a quirk." In this one, Inko, she doesn't care much. It's a quirk marriage. So obviously Deku doesn't have a quirk. So Inko wants to keep Deku. But Hisashi, he's very angry that it's a quirk marriage. He should have pyrokinesis. So Hisashi take away Deku in the middle of the night and threw him away somewhere. When Deku wakes up, he calls for his mother, but he couldn't hear anyone. Nothing but birds and water. So he realized like he's on his own. So he saw some leaves. And I'm gonna say he was a very active kid. He know how to do stuff. He took the leaves and make a sort of cup, but it was leaking, so he had to drink fast. When he went beside the river, he saw a wild dog. And the wild dog saw him and was very hungry. The dog chased him, and he managed to get away with the cost of his. First of all, if you don't want to imagine this stuff, just click off the video, like right now. He escaped with the cost of his. I said click off the video if you can't take it. The cost of his speech. The dog managed to grab his throat and to tear out his voice box, but he was wondering, why am I still alive? I'm here bleeding out. Aren't I supposed to be dead already? But he didn't know that he had a quirk. The doctor he couldn't find it. But since it's like one of the best quirk doctors in the country, he didn't want to admit it. Deku had super regeneration, but anywhere he got the cut, a mark would be there forever. So he was still alive, but he knew the dangers of the forest. When he went back, he saw a tree. He climbed the tree and he saw a stick. He said, I could make a weapon out of these. So he took the stick and take a stone, brought it to the riverside and rubbed the stone against another stone until it was sharp. When it was sharp enough, he went back to look for the dog. He killed the dog, taking the dog's voice box. And yes, I'm gonna do a Deathstroke scenario where he can't heal back a certain part. That would be his voice box, the first thing that was taken. So he took the dog's voice box and left the dog to rot. Then he saw a deer. He killed the deer and made a fire, cooking the deer and eating it. Then a strange man was walking. He saw Deku and said, that kid, I wonder what he's doing out here. When he walked up on Deku, I'm gonna say this like 2 years after. Deku can't talk, so Deku immediately threw his spear. This man dodged the spear and caught it. Deku was shocked. The man said, hey kid, what are you doing out here? Since Deku couldn't talk, he made sign language and said, "Leave here or die." Now I'm gonna say the man understood sign language and he says, "You kill me." And Deku said, "Yes, I will kill you," in sign language. Everything Deku says, it's in sign language. Just remember that part. And Deku was very angry. So he grabbed the man. He started to try and move the man, but the man was not moving. Then Deku realized that the man was floating. This man was, let me make up a name. Let me make up a name. It's a combination of Sasuke and Zeus. Zusuke. This man's name was Zusuke. So Zusuke says, "You can talk, kid, but you have a lot of fire in you. So I shall teach you something." And Deku was surprised and shocked. Like, what is this teaching this strange man is talking about? And Deku is gonna have a sister in this one. Please leave a name in the comments for his sister. Then the man says, "You, what is your name?" And Deku didn't say anything. Then the man realized he's dumb. Let his hands go so he can spell it in sign language. When he let go of Deku's hands, he says, "I'm not here to fight you, kid." Then Deku spelled his name in the dirt. Then he says, "Your name is..." Give me a name for it, Deku. He's gonna throw away the name that his mother and father gave him. Your name is blank. And then Susuke says the first thing you'll need to do is harness your ki. Then he brought him to a waterfall and said, "Sit under this waterfall till you can feel the pressure of the waterfall no more." Deku sit under that waterfall for days and days. Zusuke didn't allow him to eat until finally Deku stopped into a state of mind. Godness. He felt power coursing through his veins. When that came, he shoot off ki blast, almost blowing up a mountain. That will alert the heroes. Then Susuke said, "You already know how to do a ki blast. Do you know how to fly? Let me teach you how to fly, kid." And then Deku put up the sign language that said, "Teach me." The man says, "Imagine that you're floating and imagine the speed of a bullet." And Deku, he didn't imagine the speed of a bullet. He imagined the speed of light. And immediately, Deku moved off 10 at the speed of light and he stopped. And he said, then Zusuke said, "You didn't imagine what I told you to imagine. You imagined something beyond that. I can't believe you picked up on ki so fast. You're a good kid, but for now, I will have to say bye. We will meet again, kid, if you become a hero." And Deku says, then Deku in sign language says, "If I become a hero, then I will meet you again." Then Zusuke says, "Yes, we'll be on the opposite sides, but it will be a good fight." Then Deku says, "Okay." Then about 1 month after, people report a missing mountain. The mountain was destroyed and strange activities in an area. So the heroes went over there, only to find a house full of spears and bow and arrows and animal skin. So when they went inside, they found Deku sleeping. One of the heroes went to grab Deku, but Deku sensed it through his animal instinct and punched the hero straight in the face, sending him flying. Immediately, other heroes went over there to see what was going on, and Deku was there, but Deku had a long night, so he was tired. So they began to fight Deku. They managed to restrain him and says he looks like a villain. Let's take him in. When they took him in, they found no records of Deku. Then they said, "Kids, what is your name?" Since his hands were handcuffed, he couldn't say anything. And with that, they reported on the news. The Nezu says, "Someone who can defeat a hero with just one punch." And toward look on his face signals that he is tired. And he's not talking. What is that scar on his neck? He asks the police, and the police says, "We don't know." The Nezu says, have you examined him yet? And then they said no. Then the Nezu says, "Let's examine him." When they took off Deku's clothes, don't take it the wrong way. You're gay. When they took off Deku's clothes, they saw the scar on his neck. And Deku says that's directly where the voice box is in a human body. No wonder he can't talk. I'm guessing that he used sign language. Then they took the handcuffs off of Deku and said, "Hey, what's your name?" "My name," then Deku said in sign language, "My name is blank." And wait a minute. You guys are supposed to tell me the name. My name is blank. So when he says that, then Azu says, "Okay, come with me." "How old are you, by the way?" Deku says 13. 13 in sign language, and says, "You're old enough for school. You're old enough for UA. Let's go. You're gonna become a hero." And Deku follows Nezu. Nezu enters the building, saw All Might, and says, "All Might, I would want you to examine this kid and see how far his power would go." And this is like about a week before the fight between All Might and All For One. I'm gonna make it like a little bit further in the future, just for Deku to be OP. So he was fighting All Might on equal footing. He wasn't tired. Fist for fist, blow for blow. In the end, he prevailed over All Might. And then a week after, All Might got the deadly injury from All For One. And then Nezu was like, "If this kid could took you on at your most powerful, what would he do in the future when he's more developed?" Then Nezu says, then All Might says, "I don't know, but you need to make him a hero. Maybe I will give this one All For One. If he had All For One, there would be no villain that could stop him, or no hero." Then Nezu says, "You're right, but if he goes to the dark side, who would stop him with All For One?" Then Nezu says, then All Might says, "You're right, Nezu. I will not give him All For One. If he goes that way, no one could stop him. He's a force of nature." If you watched this far and you like the video, please subscribe for part 2. And once again, I'm sorry, Sasuke Zero. I had nothing to do. As you can see, no internet is here. Why, look, nothing's here. Nothing's here. So thanks and bye.